It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
It breaks our heart, and the little kids around here, it breaks their heart too. I do. I have small little kids, and they're afraid a lot of times. What if somebody tries to get us? And I'm like, honey, you know, you got to be careful and don't go out unless there's 2 or 3 of you together. Nowhere. I mean, it's bad, but I'm afraid that it's just like she disappeared off the face of the earth.
Do you think it was a kidnapping?
I don't know what she was saying.
It could be a kidnapping.
This is the adult food.
It could be.
What was the language you wanted?
I don't want to say anything about the parents.
I understand, yeah.
It's just awfully strange that she just, poof, she was gone, no trace, no nothing. And we've all searched our own properties 2 or 3 times in our outbuildings all along. You know, maybe she'll come into that. And we've looked, everybody's looked, the whole community. Not a trace. And that's just so odd. And that just makes us think somebody's just come picked her up and she's gone. It's just awful. It's bad.
Have you ever met Don and Candace Wells? Have you ever met them?
Oh, yeah. We had a pantry up at another church and we came here. And Don and Candace and Summer and the boys would come up to our food pantry twice a month. And the last time that little Summer come up with them, it was back April or May, I guess. And little Summer come with her. She's barefooted. Candace said she won't wear shoes. I said, that's all right. And she come in, she's the sweetest little old girl. And, but they come in and get food, and we try to get stuff especially for the kids. And they come to our church up here when we were up there several times.
This church here?
No, up the road, we were at Solomon's Temple.
Solomon's Temple. So they go, yeah, we have some food there. We're going to drop off too, you know, because we have more food and everything like that. So they went to Solomon's Temple Church too. Because that's right down the road from you. If you have a memory of a summer, a positive memory, what would you say that is? Like something you remember her as?
She was loving, she was sweet, she smiled at everybody that came up to her. And she was like, she wanted attention, of course, like kids do. But she wasn't pushy or nothing, she just smiled. And she just wanted you to hug her and talk to her. And that's why I'm afraid she might have been really vulnerable to somebody that come up and said, hey, honey, you want to come with me and get some candy, or you want to do this? And just gave her attention, and she just got in the vehicle. That's what I'm afraid.
We always try to get toys for
Oh, really?
kids too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we give her toys and suckers.
She was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
You couldn't help but love her when you just looked at her and she smiled at you.
One thing I've noticed is a lot of the locals here are putting her photo out there on mailboxes. I see it on the street corners. Like everybody, the community's concerned, and they're all trying to find answers or help look for her.
We are, and like I said, everybody with any land or outbuildings up and down this valley has searched their own, plus the police have searched from end to end to make sure, you know, that she's not hidden somewhere there. Everybody's real concerned, and we pray for her every day.
We thank you for bringing up.
Jonathan Lee Riches, a.k.a. JLR. Did Candace Wells or Don Wells or Candace's mother, Candace Harrah, go into the Walmart to purchase burner phones or track phones or non-contract cell phones before Summer Wells went missing or after Summer Wells went missing? And I ask that because a employee at the Kingsport Walmart told me that a week after Summer Wells went reporting missing, law enforcement went in there to talk to the employees in the electronic section of the store. This employee also told me that authorities were there looking for surveillance in reference to the Summer Wells case. What were they trying to do in there? Why was authorities in the Walmart in Kingsport? I want to show you this correspondence I had with this employee at the Walmart. Check this out. So the employee sent me this message after corresponding with them briefly. Been looking around for clues on where Don and Candace Wells went after Summer Wells went missing, and they responded to me. I worked in the electronics section of Walmart. A week after Summer Wells went missing, TBI came to the store and asked us a bunch of questions if we seen Candace and her mother in the store looking for phones and phone minute cards. TBI spoke with the manager and reviewed surveillance. My response: oh wow, that's interesting. Did you see Candace, her mother, or Don in the store ever? She responds: saw her June 21st there. So, why was authorities inside the Walmart? Did Candace, Don, Grandma buy phones? Maybe even after the fact, right? Because Summer Wells was reported missing June 15th, 2021. Now, we spoke to Don Wells, and Don Wells told us on the phone that authorities seized their 3 phones at the time Summer Wells was reported. After Summer Wells was reported missing, 3 of their phones, TBI or Hawkins County sheriffs, went in the possession of them, not Don and Candace Wells. They took their phones, and Don said that he claims that from 3:30 on that day, authorities erased the data. Check this conversation out that we had with Don Wells in reference to the phones.
I can't remember because, what's really weird is when we went to Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, they wanted our phones.
Yeah.
So all 3 of us handed them our phones, and they erased the memory of our phones from 3:30 on. All 3 of us.
What?
Yeah, and I don't know why they did that. It's probably for the investigation.
Sure.
So I'm trying to remember, and I can't be for sure if it was like 5:40 or 6:40 or 5:30 or 6:30.
I think it was
We all got our phones
6:40.
because our private investigator wanted to know exactly for the timeline. Well, not only that, TBI wanted me to work over the timeline and make sure of every detail.
Right.
Candace was missing some things because she was so upset and she forgot, I've done a load of laundry and then I fixed lunch. She left out just a couple details.
Oh.
So TBI, Mr. TBI, okay, he said, sit down with your wife and make sure you got every detail because we can't get this right. I'm like, okay. So then we looked in all 3 of our phones, me, Candace's, and her mother, and all 3 of our phones were erased from 3:30 on June 15th.
Wow.
So we're not exactly sure of the timeline.
So Don Wells said the phones the data was erased, right? So, believing that Don Wells got the 3 phones back, did they trust the phones at that point and want to get rid of them and get some sort of track phone, Cricket Wireless, some sort of other type of non-contract phone so they can't be tracked? Was that the reason why authorities were in there? To see their behaviors afterward, after Summer Wells went missing? Did Don and them go into Walmart to purchase phones to cover their tracks or to hide? Because maybe they thought their phones that were originally taken by law enforcement was seized and they didn't want to, you know, maybe they put tracking devices on there, maybe they put listening devices, maybe the eavesdropping, maybe they're listening and they wanted to cover their tracks and stay anonymous so they can continue to communicate with one another. Or did them going in there to get phones have something to do with a plot and plan with Summer? It's very interesting that authorities went in there. Now we all know that Walmart in Kingsport is the one-stop shop. That's where Candace frequents, according to Sherry, Hunter's grandma. She actually said that Candace is banned from Walmart because before Summer Wells went missing, she threatened to blow up the store over a phone. Check this, what she claims. Check out what Sherry told us.
She got banned from Walmart. She's supposed to be banned from all Walmarts. But she went in there to get a phone one day, and she threatened them about blowing them up.
Yes, we did hear about that.
She got arrested. I was there with her when she got arrested.
You were there when she got arrested?
We were in the
when
down.
she got a ticket.
She got arrested.
She's cited.
But they gave her a ticket.
And she's banned from Walmart, Candace?
Yes.
Which Walmart was that?
Fort Henry Drive, that was.
That's the one that
what was the issue? What happened in there? What happened?
She came and got me. She said she had to go to the store to get a phone. I said, all right, we'll go to whatever Walmart you want to go to. She didn't want to go to that one where Ellie worked. She wanted to go to Fort Henry Drive. Right. The kids were hungry, so she got them something to eat. So we go to Fort Henry Drive. We go in Walmart. Kids are acting up because they mind. And then she gets the phone. And then they wanted a toy. She goes, all right, shut the hell up. I'll go get you a toy. And we're down toy aisle. She was arguing with a little one about one. The boys are running around trying to find it. All of a sudden, all you seen is like 5 police coming down the aisle and say, what's going on, ladies? I go, I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. I don't even know why you're here. And then they said something about she threatened to blow up Walmarts. And she did say that over there.
Did you hear her say it?
Yeah.
What was their issue? Like, why?
When she got the phone, she wanted them to help her set it up, and they said that she couldn't because it was a new policy or something. So she got mad and said, somebody should come and blow this place up. And that's why they called the cops, and that's why it's like 5, 6 officers.
What was this last year? When did this happen?
Last year. Tax time.
Tax time. Oh, so she was using her tax money.
Yeah. That's how we...
So Candace is known to go into Walmart in the past in reference to the phones. What exactly are authorities looking for? And appreciate that employee for reaching out to me about this information, because it is telling. It's telling what TBI, Hawkins County Sheriff, FBI are up to in reference to this investigation. What are they looking for? What are they looking for? And what else? What else could they have went into Walmart for? Phone cards, of course, because these phones, you have to buy phone cards. Did they go in and want to see receipt purchases? Because Don and Candace Wells or Grandma were in there and they paid for phones. They might have paid with cash, not credit cards. So maybe they were getting receipts to build a case against Don and Candace Wells. Build what's going on to possibly come up with a circumstantial case against them. Because at this time, the body of Summer Wells is not found. But authorities can still charge people with what happened to Summer Wells despite not having a body. And in order to do that, you need circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence. So this could be a piece of the grand pie. A piece of what Don and Candace Wells did before or after Summer Wells went missing. Behavior after Summer Wells went missing does matter in this case. What Don and Candace Wells were up to, where they went afterward, the week afterward, is very telling. For instance, Casey Anthony's case. We've all heard, you know, Casey partying and stuff after, you know, Kaylee, what happened to Kaylee, you know, and they use that. They use their behaviors. They use people's behaviors on how they act, where they shop, what they do, the cover up after a crime has been committed. So, looking into this case, looking in hard, I wonder what other businesses Don and Candace Wells went to after Summer Wells was reported missing. Did they go to hardware stores? Did Don Wells go to Lowe's or Home Depot to buy cement or any type of tools or shovels? Or, you know, a lot of that matters. You know, so hopefully TBI is looking into other places that Don and Candace Wells, and Grandma too. And Grandma's a big part of this picture because Grandma claimed out of her own mouth that Summer was in her trailer with the boys unloading groceries before Summer Wells went missing. So I do think Grandma is a very key piece to this situation here. Grandma, which is Candace Harrer, Candace's mother, was with Summer after they dropped Hunter off. So she was one of the last people to also see Summer before she was reported missing. So, interesting. And 3 phones. Remember, Don Wells said 3 phones. You were assuming 3 phones got taken. Grandma's phone, Candace's phone, Don's phone. 3 people's phones got taken. Now, whether that got seized or voluntarily give the phones up to look and inspect, I don't know that for sure. We're hearing conflicting information about that, but, you know, TBI, law enforcement, Hawkins County Sheriffs are very tight-lipped of what they're doing about this case. So a lot of the information that we have is out of Don and Candace Wells' mouth and Grandma's mouth. Can't necessarily believe everything they say. There could be holes. They could be twisting up the truth a little bit, and some truth and some lies, or they could be totally honest. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. So, we're going to try to find out what happened to Summer. Love everyone out there that cares about Summer and cares about wondering what happened to her. Summer's life mattered. Keep digging. Keep digging. Can't let this case go cold. 1-year anniversary is coming up. That is too long. That is too long. This case needs to be solved. But we do back our law enforcement. We appreciate our law enforcement for everything that they are doing. Protect our children. We say no to child abuse. We say no to child abandonment. We say no to child trafficking. All that garbage. We say no to all that. God bless everyone. Be safe. Justice for Summer Wells.